Welcome everybody to What's Up Bolts. I know it's interesting. Fernando is now back. Yes, I am back. Before Dan comes on, just wanted to fill you guys in. Obviously, Dan and I had a family emergency. We had to be out for a couple of days, but we definitely appreciate Gilbert and Vic taking over the 2 days. Obviously, this was really unprecedented. We didn't know this was going to happen. I didn't even go to the game on Monday. I had to stay here and take care of some things. But Gilbert and Vic, thank you guys so much for taking over. And obviously, it was pretty interesting to hear. I was listening to it on my way up somewhere on Tuesday, and it was just interesting. Tuesday morning, I was interested to hear what Gilbert had to say about the game, and he. Dan won't be happy, but he was jumping on the bandwagon a little bit. So we'll see what Dan has to say about that. But again, thank you so much to Gilbert and Vic for holding it down the last 2 days. But we are definitely back. Everything's good to go now. We're all good. Yeah, we're ready to rock. A lot of good stuff, obviously, to get onto the game. Chargers obviously beat the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't think, besides Charger fans, I don't think a lot of people were expecting that, except for Adam Rank, who I saw the Chargers give a lot of credit to. So, but yeah, we're going to get into it, guys. We're going to get into the game. We're going to get into some film with Dan. And then I have a surprise for Dan. Dan loves surprises, guys. If you guys don't know, Dan loves surprises. So I'm going to give him one. All right. Let us bring in an individual who was very, very excited on Monday night. He was jumping around like old jolly Saint Nick. He was very excited when Tony Jefferson, Tony's his guy, caught his 4th interception of the year to seal the game. This individual said, for now, 11 games. Screw your 10. Screw everybody else's 10. Mine is 11. Dan is 2 games away from his 11-point mark. That individual is Dan and Dago.
Here we go. Here I am. No one believed me. No one believed me. You know what's funny? You know, what happened on Monday was like a carcass just coming to life and just pulling out the victory. Oh, you can already imagine. I was screaming in a undisclosed location, you know, all sorts of profanity about what they were doing up front. I couldn't believe it. But, you know, whatever that is. But
and can you just 10 seconds thank Hilberto, and then after that you can crap on him? Ready?
No, I'm gonna shit on him. You know why? Oh wait, because he picked the Eagles?
No. Well, no, thank him for helping us out the last 2 days.
That's what happens when you when we have something to do. You know what I'm saying? We try and send in the warm-up team, see how they do. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, obviously, shout out to him, even though he gets a lot of things wrong, but shout out to him. It's all good. Our trip to Hong Kong was pretty nice. We went to go see some nice villages out there. I saw the Hong Kong thing, and that was funny. Went to go see some nice buildings and everything. I've heard it's a nice place. I don't know. But Camp Rock, how dare you? I would. Yeah, don't even remind me. I'm not even going to talk about that time. I got a lot of booze on the flight out, so that was nice.
All right, Dan.
No. But I want to shit on Hilberto if he talked about my quarterback and the way the post game went down. You know, they're lucky he's so polite. I would have told her to F off, dude. Like, I would have been so pissed at the way we played offensively and disgusted that I would have said, lady, you need to get away from me right now. Get away. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm like, you see the 12 I got to get back to? Get out of my face. I thought that was so overblown, dude. Everybody's a gosh dang crybaby out here, so.
Yeah, no, I thought that was overblown for sure, Dan. I'm with you. I thought the media obviously put on their
they put on their cape.
Like what they say,
they're victims.
Yeah, they're always victims. They decided to attack this stuff. I'm like, this is dumb. Like, clearly it wasn't on Justin. Justin was just trying to, because there was no PR person around him. So like, that's usually who they go with. Dan, but it's happening. I think Monday was the first the hand, and now this.
Mr. Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
I hope so. I
Dan,
hope so.
he's getting
Smoke
there.
him. I want the heel to come out, unless it's to my brother or I guess even Hilberto.
Chris?
But no, and Chris, obviously, yeah. But
Chris said Chris was saying very nice things about you last week. He was like,
That's
"No,
my guy.
Dan." He's like, "I get disappointed when Dan's not on here."
that's my guy. That's my guy.
All right, Dan. Enough lollygagging because I have a surprise for you in a little bit. Let's watch some film, Dan. Let us know what you thought of the offensive line.
Is this from Monday's game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm too sober to watch this. Oh, he was terrible. He was terrible.
Let's watch. First play.
Okay, that was actually a good play. But he got the ball out quick. Hold on, let me go full screen. Look, this is terrible. Go back. Go back. First off, right, as an offensive lineman, again, your inside foot, his left foot, that's his post step. Post fucking step. Ask me how much penetration you give up on that step. Zero. You are like the bouncer of the club trying to get the weirdo 50-year-old out of there so he doesn't kill the vibe. You get him out of the club. Now he runs them, which that's at least nice and he does something. But, dude, this guy's so big. Like, how can't you have enough force to stay in front of him? Because, again, there was a couple times they tried to do this stuff, and he'd either get around him or there was nowhere to step up to. So
this is in the end zone. I think it's the Omarion Hampton
What gave
play.
it away when they're at the 5-yard line?
Bitch, maybe somebody's not looking.
Oh, you're right. I forgot audio listeners. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, audio. I like the patience, but look at his feet. I don't like his feet. And I know someone's going to make some dirty joke about that, but look at that. That's terrible. And then he ends up on the ground. That's what we call right there pig on skates 101. What in the fuck is he doing? Like, dude, his weight is forward when it doesn't need to be. That's why he gets around him. And then on top of that, dude, that's Jordan Davis. He's like 400 pounds. What are we even talking about? This guy was so bad, dude. They need to scrap like This is the thing that kills me. This is the thing that fucking kills me. Go back.
On.
Right there. How? I get no one's there now. You see him creeping, and you're blocking 3 guys. You're blocking 2 guys with 3 people. How can you still not know how to pick up A-gap pressure? What are we doing? That was actually good. I hate everyone, though. I hated watching this game. It was so terrible. Wow, he feels like a big man because he checked someone. Let's see. Look at his feet. He's too slow. Then, dear God, now he takes a walk in the park. Look at this. Reacts late to the stunt. Now he gives up on the play. Oh my God, I would be losing my shit in the film room. That is despicable. Like, the thing that pisses me, oh my, and there he is, Bozeman just holding, gave up on the play. They all have bad feet, and that's what these guys don't understand. Like, that's how you give up sacks. That's how you give up penalties. They have terrible feet. Sawyer, not great. Sawyer, I thought, was probably the better one out of the few, but just terrible. Oh, this one. That was the other one. Go back. That was Bob Hart. Yeah. Again, I don't know why you don't stand your ground. Knock his hands off you. And Justin, this one's on Justin, too. He needs to move. He needs to escape the pocket. That guy has a clear shot at his arm. So you need to have a little bit more pocket presence there. Makai's too high. Pisses me off. Bobby Hart keeps kicking for no fucking reason, and that's why they take away the inside. Jesus. My God. Sawyer, not bad. I just don't like that he's a leaner. Oh, my goodness. This is the other thing. Too. Like, go back to this real quick. Like, again, I'm not a fan of having Casper Hands out there. That guy hasn't.
Why is Bozeman like?
Well, if you look,
Kamani takes. Yeah. Well, he thought that Vaughn was going to come in.
This looks a little more like a split protection type thing, and what that? Oh my God, Sawyer got beat like a drum there. So go back pre-snap. We just can't draw this, but so it looks like Sawyer has C gap. Zion has B gap and Bozeman has A gap, right? So I guess they declared that they would block out, which to me again is pretty stupid because A gap, like let the running back go get the edge guy because that's a longer distance to the quarterback. This guy, in this A gap, he's right up his ass like real quick. Like it's the shortest distance to the quarterback. But let's just say, his hand out there, he doesn't even do anything. It's like a Casper hand. It's just there so his coach on, Monday or Tuesday, whenever they watch this film, or Wednesday or whatever, so he can say, "Oh, I did my job. I put my hand out there to check the guy." Well, it didn't do shit, buddy. Now you got poor 5'2" Kamani Vidal out there struggling for his life against, I can't even tell what number that is. But again, when it comes to this stuff, like let the running back take the edge guy. That's a further distance. You'll take that matchup, right? Okay, now send it. We can go to the next. Oh, and Gadsden blocking in the pass pro was piss poor, too. I don't know what they're thinking. Dude, Kamani's going to injure himself, by the way, dipping his head like that, trying to block.
Especially Nakobe Dean, who's one of the better.
Yeah. Oh, see, again, right there. Go back. Kobe or Robbie or what's his name? Bobby Hart?
Bobby Hart.
Bobby Hart's feet is just bad right here. Look how his feet get all tangled up, and he inverts his stance. Just as you know, just a little FYI, the only one who can, has a little more flexibility with his stance is the center, just because I always like to say, if you're right-handed, do a right-handed stance. If you're left-handed, do a left-handed stance. But the two guards and tackles, left and right, they have to stick to their stance, because in the pass pro, when you change your stance, that's the cardinal sin. The Pope can't even forgive you for that shit, because you're going to get the quarterback killed. So, and you see these guys do that all the fucking time, and it drives me crazy. Absolutely crazy. We're going to get this guy killed. I wouldn't doubt that on a Sunday or Monday afternoon, he doesn't even have enough energy to, have a little fun with the 12 he has over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have enough energy. He can't feel his body. He's all numb.
Okay. All right, next play.
He's been beating the shit, and he can't even enjoy it. Look, like right here. What is this?
Did you see Bozeman?
Look, but go back. That's only the epitome of this whole offensive line. Him and Mackay are always facing where the runner is going. Like, what are you doing? Like, if you notice here, Sawyer inverts his feet. That's why his angle's so bad. He probably kicks to him. He comes inside, inverts his feet. There you go. Just like that. Jesus' name. And he crosses over. That's great. No power, no pressure. Then Bozeman doesn't lay and slips. Mackay's nowhere to be found. This is the problem. Oh, just pause it at the end right there, because you can't highlight this.
Where?
But
right here?
I'll tell you what. No, a little more. Little more. Right there. Look at this image. You have 5 fucking offensive linemen. One's face down into the dirt, like the overweight kid who saw a chocolate on the ground. You got one facing not doing shit. You got Bozeman back here pirouetting, trying to join the Nutcracker in the offseason. Sawyer's lost. He thinks he threw the fucking ball. Both of them do. They're looking in the end zone. I don't even know what they're looking at. This is the problem. This has been the problem all season. You have offensive linemen who are spectators, and I don't give a shit how many plays you show me of Bozeman or whoever being positive, because there's always almost, I would want to say 70% of the plays where they look like this, and I'm sick of it. I am sick and damn tired of this type of manure. I know everyone's going to tell me to shut up, Dan and Dago. We're 9-5 or 9-4 or whatever it is.
9-4.
But that is not championship winning football. Is it not frustrating to the rest of you that we had a championship effort on defense against arguably a way better team with better receivers, better offensive linemen, better running backs, quarterback? Hell no. No one fucking beats my boy. But, and we held them. Or sorry, I shouldn't say we. I wasn't there on the field. And the Chargers held them to, what was it, 19
16.
points?
Oh, yeah, 19
points. 19 points. And what does our offense do? Score one touchdown because the liquor from the pregame is wearing off on Greg Roman in the first drive. And then you score like 8 field goals because he was feeling good about himself and he needed to get the buzz going again. Like, what are you trying to do? You're playing one-sided football, which is cute in what month are we in? December and November, but that's not going to win you a playoff game unless everybody just shits the bed like the Eagles did. You know, I'll tell you one thing. By some miracle, if they would win a Super Bowl like this, I would put Herbert over Tom Brady any day, just with one Super Bowl. Because that is a bad, and I mean bad, offensive line they have out there for him. I think I forgot who sent me the PFF or PPF or whatever the hell it's called, the grades. The running backs had better blocking grades than they did. Oh, no way. No
Dan,
way.
Right now.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you done with the film, Dan?
Yeah, I'm done. Bring him in. Oh, we need to talk.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
The surprise for Dan is here.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, none other than Fox Sports reporter, Eric.
I think I see buttons. Oh. Oh, no, it's a hoodie. Damn it. Sweater. I thought it was a collared shirt. You're playing with me now.
My Cosby sweater.
You better be careful. I wouldn't try and be related too closely to Cosby now. It's not funny anymore.
True statement, man. I have to change that up.
Why don't you say what was his name?
How you guys doing?
Oh, I'm good now. I'm better now. I see you. Hey, you could say Carl Winslow. I think he wore a sweater too. He was pretty cool. Can you hear us or no?
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm working on new technology here.
Oh, it's all good. Can you hear us now?
I'm doing it on my phone, so.
Oh, it's all good. It's
I
all
can
good.
hear you. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Okay. Okay, I was gonna say you can switch it up to. Yeah, we got you. I was gonna say you could switch it up to Carl Winslow.
Let's roll with that.
Eric, just right off the bat, your thoughts on Monday's performance against the Eagles. We all know Super Bowl defending champs. They're a very tough team to beat. I know they were on a 2-game skid, but it took 2 special performances, one from Dak and one from the Bears run game to get them those 2 games. But what did you think about the performance on Monday from the Chargers defense, Jim Harbaugh, Justin Herbert? Just overall, what was your analysis?
Yeah, I thought it was A's across the board in terms of how they played. I was particularly impressed with the way Herbert played, with the broken hand, to be able to kind of tough it out and go out there and make plays with his feet. Obviously he was struggling throwing the ball a little bit because of the pass rush. He was sacked 7 times. And then defensively, to be able to get 5 turnovers and the big turnover in the end with Tony Jefferson, San Diego native, coming up big off the tip from Cam Hart. Thought Cam Hart played well defensively. So you got to like the fact that they're able to get a win like that, and should give them some momentum going into the game against Chiefs.
Eric, there is a 2 statistics that your boys over on what's that? First Things First, I think that's what it's called. With Nick Wright and those guys. They had 2 stats today. One stat: when pressured 20 times in a game this season, all quarterbacks not named Justin Herbert are 3-25. Justin Herbert is 2-2 this season. Now, that's impressive. Okay. When sacked 5 times or more this season in a game, the other NFL quarterbacks 9-38. Justin Herbert 4-0.
Really, 4-0?
4-0.
What can I tell you? What can I tell you? And you want to tell me Lamar is better than my quarterback? Who else? Who else am I thinking of?
There's the stat.
You want to tell me Mahomes is better than all these other lames? Yeah, Josh Allen? Yeah, right. Give me my quarterback every single time. He's a dog. He's a dog.
He's playing well right now. Hopefully he continues to do that.
Well, you'd hope so, because he's got the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants up front for him. So that's the problem.
The blocking hasn't been the best.
Oh, my. Running backs. Skill players are out blocking them, for God's sake.
Eric, obviously this Sunday's a tough matchup. They go to Kansas City. Essentially, this weekend, the Chargers could take out the dagger and take off the head of the lion when it comes to the Chiefs, I think mathematically they would eliminate the Chiefs this weekend if they take a loss. The Chiefs are going to be, well, I don't know. I haven't seen a motivated Kansas City Chiefs the last 2 primetime games that we've seen them. They look lackadaisical. They don't really look like they're in it all that much. Travis Kelce looks like he's planning his wedding already in his head. But what do you think the Chargers are going to need to do on Sunday? Because we know Spags is probably going to throw the kitchen sink at them watching that offensive line. But what do the Chargers need to do to come out with a victory in Kansas City?
Yeah, I think they need to play balanced on offense and continuing to lean on Vidal and now Mariam, now that he's back. I thought they did a good job of, providing some offensive balance. And then I just think defensively continue to try to force Mahomes into making bad plays. He's going to throw 4 or 5 potential interceptions. You have to catch them in order to reduce their possessions. And then I think also playing in Kansas City, I still feel like you need to score touchdowns instead of field goals when you get into the red zone. So if they do all of those things, get a couple turnovers, score touchdowns instead of field goals, and then have balance on offense, which obviously Harbaugh wants to do, I think they have a pretty good chance of sweeping the Chiefs and getting a victory.
Dan, I was going to say, I think how monumental would that be? No offense to anybody, but this is a shit offense and you're winning games. Imagine how monumental that would be moving forward for the psyche if you sweep the Kansas City Chiefs, who've terrorized this division for a decade. I think the other thing is, they need to get these receivers involved also. I thought on Monday, they were, quiet. You didn't even know they were on the field half the time. You were just watching Herbert and praying to God he was going to escape.
Keenan Allen, 3 catches, 22 yards. Trey Harris, 1 catch, 18. Lad McConkey, 1 catch, 12. Quentin Johnston
on Monday, he got a catch.
Yards.
Oh, you're right. He did get a catch. Yeah. And it's just bad. That is bad. Because I was telling Fernando this on Monday, and again, I know you're going to get excited. So if you need to turn off the camera for a minute, feel free. But the thing that Sean McVay does offensively is when he has, that's what I'm telling you, when he has shit offensive linemen, he either schemes it up to get guys open really quick, or he has great receivers, which he has a mix of both right now. And I think the offensive line's playing well, and that's why they're in the first seed. But, you try and make little adjustments like that, which I don't know what goes on in these meetings that I don't think Roman does that. But, I don't know if he's there and sober most of the time. Who knows what he's doing. But, I think on the other side of the coin, right, I think what Andy Reid does really well is using his guys to their skill sets, right? When he's had shit receivers, he'll have great offensive linemen, but he'll scheme it up so they get open very quickly with a lot of motions, bunches, things of that nature, right?
Yeah.
And there's always a check down and there's always an answer. Whereas here on Monday, I felt like there was no answer except let's just all hope Justin's going to throw not only the 12 he has at home on his back, but all these other losers on this team, on this offense too, to try and go down and score some points. His offensive coordinator is probably a belligerent drunk up there who has no idea what's going on. And you have this offensive line that, and again, my frustration more than anything starts and finishes with Jim Harbaugh, because he's the head coach and running the program, and they didn't do a lot in the offseason in terms of offensive line, and Joe Ortiz. Because, again, I was telling everybody, I know I kind of get, crapped on because people will tell me, well, they're 9-4, they're 9-4. But it's this isn't – you had a championship-level winning defense on Monday, and it's just, sad, embarrassing. It pisses me off that the offense just didn't match it, point blank. And it's how do you expect to win in January?
How is that on Ortiz?
He runs the team.
Players.
To fill a roster, but are they good?
They have. We were talking about these guys at the start of the year. Quentin was playing well. Trey Harris is making plays. Gadsden.
Oh, come on.
Plays.
No, I think he's talking about the offensive line.
It's a mix of the whole thing.
Well,
it's a mix of the whole thing.
Area of expertise.
It's a mix of the whole thing because you're right in the sense of those guys emerged, but then they've also disappeared at the same time. And I know the Eagles have a very good secondary. That's their strength. But it's again, you have to find ways to get these guys open.
Well, I mean, guys have to win. I mean,
Yeah.
it's up to the players to win on their individual routes, and they weren't doing that
At all.
Cooper Jadine was locking up Ladd. So guys got to get open.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. There was some of that also, because it's like, and then supposedly there was floating around of, I think Roman took a shot at DeJean or something like that. That's like, oh, Ladd will smoke him or this or that. And I was like,
no.
It was something to the effect. It was something like that.
They asked him, do you think Ladd is going to, or Cooper's going to be all over Ladd? Because everybody's obviously doing the white on white thing.
Oh,
but
okay.
He's like,
I wasn't going that way.
He's like, I know Vic's going to throw a bunch of different things at us, and he's not just going to have Cooper on Ladd, but it ended up being basically Cooper on Ladd almost the whole game. So that was the way that they decided to take it. But Eric, just we're talking a lot about the offense, obviously, but I mean, I'm sure you were very impressed by the defensive scheme and the way they decided to play. It seemed like I know a lot of fans were asking, where's Odafe Owe? After he had gotten hot at the beginning, he didn't do anything in Jacksonville against the Raiders. He was in this game. He kept on consistently getting back there. Khalil Mack had multiple plays where, he didn't sack the quarterback, but he was getting in his face and forcing him to pressure. Tuli Pelotu was in there during the run game trying to he was setting the edge very well, I thought. Obviously not on the 52-yard run. But what did you make of their defensive? I mean, they caused 5 turnovers, the one to Tony at the end to win the game. I mean, or to seal the game. That it was just a very impressive performance, in my opinion.
And he had a lot of well-timed either blitzes or stunts where guys were coming free. I just thought it was a great game plan by Minter, really to just kind of create havoc, for Hurts, make him uncomfortable. Make him throw in the tight windows.
Exactly.
So they can get hands on passes.
Yeah.
And then, to be able to create those big plays defensively to help out your offense. Keep everything in front. They didn't give up a whole lot of big plays, except for the big run by
Saquon.
By Barkley. For the most part, they did a decent job against the run. I think Barkley did finish with 120 yards. So, they were able to run the ball.
We'll chalk it up to SoFi Stadium. Defense. He loves SoFi Stadium.
Yeah,
he does. He balls out there. He used to play there every week.
Yeah.
But I think overall, their ability to plaster. And the one thing I'm always impressed with this defense is their ability to tackle in open space. Like they get guys down on the ground. They don't give up a lot of yak, particularly in those little bubble screens or plays out in the flat.
Oh yeah.
Like they just take guys to the ground. Like I would love to see how they coach it, up during practice because their ability to just like make great form tackles in terms of their secondary has been impressive since Minter's been.
It has to be one of the most physical defensive back groups in the league, dude. Like, I was going to tell you, speaking of which, to give some praise because I know sometimes I'm like the Debbie Downer because I'm an offensive guy. But, I think my favorite adjustment that Minter made on def. Well, yeah, but I mean, he's delusional with his skill players and everything else. He doesn't want to see how the sausage is made, and that's fine. But I think
my touchdowns, man.
Yeah, there you go. But I think my favorite adjustment defensively has been them moving Derwin closer to the line, like more linebacker, slot guy. Like I was so sick and tired of seeing, and I'm not trying to take shots, but I was so tired of seeing him play 15 yards, at his safety spot. And then you have some of these linebackers in there that you're like, dude, come on. Like, I get that they can tackle. I get they're probably good dudes. I get that they have something, but it's like your strength are your DBs right now. You have plenty of safeties. You have plenty of corners. Put your best player closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see how nervous people get. Because now you have to, like, when he's 15 yards downfield, you have to track where he is. But whereas where he's so close to the line of scrimmage, you really have to see where he is and what he's doing, because he can rush the passer, he can fill in in the run game. So that's been one of my favorite adjustments that I've seen Minter do, and I hope he rides it out the rest of the way because again, I think the weakness for the Chargers defensively, I would say probably their weakest spot maybe is linebacker right now. I don't think they have enough linebackers. I think
they go light. They go light boxes.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like the perfect thing about Derwin is he's a hybrid. You could put him, inside. You could put him outside of the box. Like, oh yeah, and then the hold. Yeah, look at that. Khalil Mack just hugs him, and that was the other thing. They were terrible on Monday, but I mean, whatever. I'm not even gonna waste my time on that. But Derwin just offers you so much more, in my opinion, in the box than he does like 15 yards downfield, and I'm glad they're starting to keep him down there just to add that extra, not only body, but again, your best and most physical player closer to the action, basically.
Yeah, Daniel, I just think selfishly you just like seeing Derwin take people's heads off, so you just want to get more opportunities.
I do. I do.
Especially this Sunday.
And I hope this weekend Miss Swift sheds a tear because he just spears the hell out of that guy. I don't know what you think, Eric. Like, I'm not worried, obviously, because
I think the reason why they're doing that real quick, Dan, is because of the emergence of R.J. Mickens. I think they really are excited about the kind of player they have.
Yeah.
And then Tony and R.J. back there. Yeah. Elijah's missed some tackles here and there, but it seems like Tony and R.J. really have a handle on what's going on back there, and they're both of them, I think, are playing very well. But go
100%. No, but what I was going to say, I don't know what you think, Eric. But from what I saw last Sunday, Kelsey looked like he had no desire to be on that field. Like, if I was Mahomes, I really would have been pissed the fact that he didn't go out there the last series. Oh, but I mean, whatever.
I think I know what you want, Dan. I have it for you. Don't worry.
Oh, we got a surprise.
Week, obviously, coming off a win against the Eagles that we're about to get into, man. A team we know, a team that knows us, and they're rolling too. Hardball's got them playing their best fucking ball, and Herbert's playing lights out. And, we're going to have our hands full, man. Let's go ahead and get to this Eagles-Chargers game, though, on a little Monday night out there in Los Angeles. Jason, you kind of summed.
I'm so tired of both of these two. I'm so tired of them. Like, yeah, dude, how about this?
Is one of the better units in the NFL. Statistically and, like, personnel-wise, one of my favorite defensive players in the league, and Derwin James over there. Love watching that guy every chance I get to see him play. So, yeah, just a really frustrating game, and it ended in a very frustrating fashion where we're putting together a great drive plan.
Yeah, don't worry. Derwin will be your favorite player again when he, spears your brother. I'm so sick of those two. I think that's a story for another day, but I hate the idea of these guys having podcasts while they're playing an in-season, but whatever. That's besides the point. It's just a joke to me. Like they're so concerned with being celebrities, it's just nauseating. Where are the Terry Bradshaws?
Where are anymore?
Well, fine, Jason, fine, but whatever. Where are the Roger Staubach went to Vietnam and was throwing post patterns out there practicing before he came back to the Cowboys. What are we even talking about?
You weren't even born yet.
Who cares?
Not even his mother was born yet.
And we get stuck with this. We get stuck with these people. They're worried about their damn haircuts, how they buzz their beards.
Televisions now, Daniel.
I hate it. I reject it all. I reject the modern world. I hate it. But anyway, I don't know what you think, but he looked so defeated and dejected. Besides the fact that it was like cocaine entering my nose and my bloodstream, it was amazing. I love seeing that. I hope it continues. But
I didn't know we were going to start talking about Cocaine Bear.
Oh yeah, hey, I'm in, dude. I'm in. I love seeing this. I'll tell you that.
That Texans game was like Christmas to Dan.
Oh my God! The only thing I would have made it
his
better.
team has to play the Texans in 2 weeks.
Oh, that did worry me. I thought about that, and I was like, oh no. But all I need is 11 wins. I need 2 more. I need 2 more wins. In my bet is sealed.
I think Kelsey's going to show up. I think he's going to ball out.
I don't think so.
I think you're looking at 8 receptions for 120 yards from Kelsey.
You're trying to piss me off. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it. I reject that. I'm not going to take that.
Eric, it seems like people are starting to blame Andy Reid for this. And they're like, oh, well, Andy Reid's turned into the Philadelphia Eagles. Andy Reid. But there's no way that could happen. I just think that They miscalculated with the receivers. Because, Eric, you and I spoke about this numerous times. We've said it. They tried to go again for track. All they have is track stars.
Yeah.
They don't have a guy that's going to – because Kelsey's not that guy anymore that he could just dump it off 8-9 times, move the chains, and do this. Now they just have track stars. Rashee Rice really hasn't been, I think, what they were expecting him to be.
Him getting smoked was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Not because of like whatever he did, but because it just reminded me of the good old days of the Troy Polamalu, Ed Reed, Brian Dawkins, Ray Lewis, those days.
But Eric, just why do you feel like it hasn't worked this year? Do you feel like it's caught up with them? They're tired. They've played an extra. I mean, since 2020, they've been 2019, they've been in the AFC Championship. When it was Brady Mahomes won. So do you feel like it's finally caught up to them?
Yeah, their best 3 players are old. I mean, Kelsey and Mahomes and Chris Jones. So, they can't carry them anymore, and they didn't replace them with younger star players. And so I think they need to hit the reset button. They need to go out there and draft legitimate, playmakers to help out Mahomes so he's not out there trying to do it all himself. And that's on them in terms of their draft. They don't have a legit dude at running back, that would make Mahomes' job easier. I like Pacheco and I like Hunt, but they're just good players. They're not elite players. Yeah. They need an elite player at running back. They need an elite player at receiver and or tight end. And they need a couple more elite playmakers on the defense. And so they need to figure out how to get that accomplished either in the draft or free agency. But while they're down, if you're the Chargers and Broncos, you better make sure you take advantage of it.
Jawan Taylor did not practice today. Neither did Wina Morris. They're the left tackle that left the game last week. Play. So
take a week off.
What's the weather supposed to be like on Sundays? I imagine it's going to be cold, right?
Let me see.
I wonder if that'll be good or bad for the hand. Maybe it'll be good because you won't feel it. They were, you know what else I was going to tell you is, I think the funniest part to me, and this is the part that's like funny but not, I get so sick of seeing Mahomes' body language every time someone drops a pass, and he has bad offensive linemen up front and everything else. Like, hey, buddy, why don't you just look across the division? My guys had that for 4 years and still put up better numbers than anyone in the league. Like, what are we even talking about? I don't want to see your bad body language. And it's funny to me now. You see how, I don't know if you watch the broadcast or not because you're at the games, but in the broadcast, it's just funny because, like, Chris Collinsworth is over here doubling down, putting on his Chief hat and saying, that's a terrible call. That was the worst call of the night. It changed the game. And it's like, dude, like, where do you think we've been for the past decade? We've seen plenty of those, but
Eric,
now it's happening the other way.
20 degrees at kickoff.
What? How many degrees?
20.
20? That's cold.
Are you ready? Are you going back?
I am not going to KC, no.
Dude, I wish you would have taken a picture.
And I thought we were going to talk about refs, Daniel.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying it's funny that – no, I'm saying that it's funny that they're complaining about it. Like, every time a call goes against the Chiefs, their fans are booing, thinking the world's against them and all that. Like, buddy, where have you been for the past decade? Like, I could roll clip after clip.
Eric, Justin Herbert this season, he's taken 106 hits, most in the NFL. He's been pressured 224 times, most in the NFL. Quick pressures, most in the NFL at 94. Second highest QB pressure faced at 44%. He's taken the third most sacks at 45. Is this sustainable with the way the offensive line is played, and especially because in the playoffs we know teams step up and they play at a higher rate?
No, it's not sustainable. They need to figure out a way to protect him better. I know the O-line is dealing with injuries and has been basically since the start of the season. But you mentioned Roman. It is Roman's job to create scheme, to do a better job to keep him out of harm's way. And I don't know if it's, being under center and running more play action stuff, getting into heavier formations. But you can't keep riding Justin and expect him to be Superman week in and week out. He's not going to be healthy enough to play in the playoffs.
My brother hates when they go heavy personnel.
Yeah, they don't have the
Yeah,
guys
I know
up
we
front.
talked about that.
They don't have
I
the
disagree.
like. It makes me laugh too sometimes with these ideas. Like you see Tucker Fisk blocking their best edge rusher, and I'm like, really? You're leaving him out there one-on-one? Like Sunday, I think Gadsden gave up a sack against Jalen Phillips. I'm like, dude, this guy's a glorified, basically oversized receiver, and you're having him block one of their better pass rushers. Like, how is that a winnable matchup? And like that's the stuff that's just so frustrating to me.
I'd rather see a receiver come down and tip or a running back come down and tip in that
something. Like, my God. You know what's crazy, actually, that I kind of like, and I'm kind of thinking about how I could. No, I hate him. I hate 4 out of – actually, no, I hate all 5 of them up front, actually. I do hate all 5 of them. But you know what's interesting to me is the way they try and use receivers. What's his name? It's always Harris as like a lead blocker.
That kid has some dog in
block. Oh yeah, I was like looking at that and I'm like, that's actually pretty sick because like you could almost gain an extra blocker by doing that. But the problem is you have the Beverly Hills Ninja out there up front, and it's like it almost defeats the purpose. You know what I mean? Like, in some of that stuff, I'm like, oh, that would be interesting if we had some competent people in there, but we don't. So.
Eric, are you leaning towards Kansas City this weekend?
Oh no, I got the Chargers all the way. I picked the Chargers.
No, I know.
Before the season started to win the AFC West. So
and you picked them week 1 also. I remember that.
I did.
Good.
So I got to write it out. You know, I need this win for that prediction to come to fruition, and I need them to beat the Broncos in week 18, and I need the Broncos to lose another game.
Exactly.
In the mix. So.
I need
the Chargers here.
You know what's funny? I remember I told Gilbert on the pod back in like I think maybe September, October. I'm like, look, the only team that hasn't gotten a crack at Kansas City in the playoffs have been the Chargers. I'm like, maybe that's the team that sticks the dagger and that's it. And now they have the opportunity on Sunday. They have the opportunity to be the ones that
could you imagine seriously if they finish out like 13 or 14 or whatever and 4, and this is the shittiest offense you've ever seen in your life? Like, that would be insane.
Eric,
yes, sir.
I know the real reason why I wanted to bring you in here. Guess who's back, Eric?
Yeah.
It being so long, but it also is a game I played a long time and stayed in. Over the last 5 years, and I know high school ball is different, but staying involved in the game. And I've watched the Colts and the Chargers every Sunday, about every snap, and I watch about every game there is. And I know that's not NFL playing quarterback. I know that's a far stretch from that, but it's not like I just kind of shut football down and I'm trying to pick it back up. I've been been very into it since I've been gone. But yeah, no, it is a physical game and it's fast, and dudes are big and fast. Just like they were. And so I'm just taking a day at a time. And I do feel good. There's something about being back in this building that feels right. And I'm just thankful and like I said, really just taking it one meeting at a time, one lift at a time, and really embracing it and going after it.
Well, I think his accent got thicker since he's been down there in Bama.
I
like that, even though he's still an asshole.
Man.
No, yeah, I'm not. You know what's
Eric,
funny?
When you see Philip talk, you automatically want to start using your hands when you talk too, right? Like he's moving it all over.
Yeah, for real.
What do you make of him coming back, Eric?
I'm happy for him, man. If that's what he wants to do. He's been taking a lot of slander nationally. Like, what is he doing? And it being reckless. I get all that. I mean, he hasn't played football in 5 years.
Bruce Arians thinks he's going to get hurt on Sunday.
Yeah, we're not asking him to go like take down a bear with his bare hands or something.
I know, for real.
We're asking him to play football what he did, for 17 years.
It's like riding a bike.
So I think he's going to be okay.
That's crazy, though, that they're trying to slander the good name of Julia Ursay Casey or whatever the hell her name is that they keep plastering her everywhere. You know, her being the president, GM, coordinator, head coach. Like, how dare they?
Decision. Chris Ballard and
how dare they
make a decision?
Wow.
Oh, sorry. I attacked the mothership. I'm sorry. I know Fox likes running with those. It gets clicks and everything. I apologize. I take that back.
Eric,
how do you guys think he's going to do?
See, I think for him, just throw him in there Sunday. Like, what's he going to gain sitting a week and just watching it? That's not the way Phillip is. Just throw him in there. Start him on Sunday. They're playing at Seattle.
Oh.
That's the danger of it.
Seattle.
Yeah.
He won there in 2018. They should have won there Pete's first year. He threw for like 500 yards.
Yeah.
And Leon Washington took two kick returns back in that game.
You see the tear come down.
Was that both games?
Oh. Oh, you're at both of them. He said Pete.
Yeah.
Oh. I hope you know.
I think you're right. I think they should throw Phillip in there. I think he's probably a better person to deal with that environment instead of Riley Leonard. It's a really good defense, and they're playing great right now. So it'll be a tough task for them to go in there and win.
What are you going to wait for? Riley Leonard to throw 2 pick sixes?
Yeah.
And then throw Phillip out there. So all they need to do is just drop back into coverage and send 5 at him and then him throw a couple picks. Just throw and Shane. Look, I give Shane a lot of credit. He has balls because that's a Shane move. Don't give me that was Carly Ursay. That wasn't Chris Ball. That, in my opinion, was Shane saying we need to save our season. Yeah, and the only way we can save it is bringing old Yeller out of the.
And they probably. That sounds like they've been talking. They probably talked about this. The possibility. I think
they talked about the possibility before the season, like back in maybe a couple of months ago, and then maybe when he first got injured because remember that injury happened after during the Kansas City game, according to them, the fractured fibula. So I'm sure they probably reach out to them there because Shane made it seem like after the game they just called him up and he said, "Well, let me sleep on it," and let's do this. That's not the way these things happen. There was already conversations beforehand. Yeah, because I'm sure he had to talk about it with his wife and all of his kids and his grandkids and whoever you want. But my thing is, I think they should just throw him out there, let him go. 100%. And I mean, we all know the way that Phillip operates is not by sitting on the bench watching from the sideline. Just throw him in there. Let's see what he has. Let him get ready, because if the next game you're going to throw him in there is against the 49ers on Monday Night Football, I think they play. That's not the best way to do it, even if it's at home. Just let him go into a hostile environment. He's going to talk shit to the Seattle Seahawks fans. So he's going to be like, "You guys were talking shit about my boy Eric? Oh no, you don't do that. I'm gonna kill you right here." But
Fernando, what's the stat line going to be?
Okay, that's my question. Do you think he throws 3 touchdowns or 3 picks? What do you think he's more likely to do on Sunday?
I think he does both.
I think so too.
3 touchdowns and 3 picks.
I'm going to tell you right now, I think it's going to be a closer game than what everybody thinks.
I think it's going to be a Jameis Winston stat line.
I wouldn't doubt it. Well, one thing I was going to
400.
2 picks, 2. But they have even better weapons. Like, he loved Antonio. When Antonio left, he kind of he had Hunter Henry for a little bit, but Hunter got hurt. They bring back Antonio. He had 1 year of Hunter, and then the next year, he didn't really have a tight end there with the Colts. Now they have Ty Warren. I think he's gonna really develop a relationship with him. I think he played with Michael Pittman his first go around. I think Pittman was a freshman.
And Taylor.
So I think I don't think he's gonna do as bad as what people think. Now, will they make the playoffs? I don't think so. I don't think they'll make the play. I think Houston's playing too well. I think the Chargers are a win away from clinching a playoff spot. Once they get to 10 wins, I think they're fine. Buffalo, I'm still kind of teetering because Buffalo still has to go to Philly. They still have to play the Patriots this weekend, so that could be 2 losses for them. But I just don't see how unless Jacksonville or Houston fall off a cliff, I just don't see that. And honestly, right now, I would put my money on Jacksonville falling off a cliff more than Houston. I think Jacksonville, I think Trevor Lawrence is way too inconsistent. I could see them beating Jacksonville in a couple of weeks when they come up to Indy, but honestly, Eric, I'm very excited about Phillip Rivers coming back. I don't know what it is. I'm just interested to see but let's be honest too, Eric. This year was the year he was up for for the Hall of Fame. Scratch my back, I scratch your back. He gets pushed 5 years from now.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have to be around Drew Brees, Eli Manning, Tom
worry.
Brady, Ben Roethlisberger.
These guys won't forget.
In a sense, is in an era all by himself in 5 years, because 5 years from now, I don't think Mahomes retires. I don't think any of these other guys retire. The only one that's close to him is going to be Aaron Rodgers, but I think Aaron holds on one more year. And I think Phillip is going to be in a class all by himself when he retires. And there he might be able to get in first ballot in a sense. So I can't wait, Eric, for your tweet on Sunday. As soon as he throws one pass, you're like, Phillip Rivers is not going to be eligible to the Hall of Fame until 2030. So, but I mean, what Seattle, they play better on the road. That's why I'm interested to see how they're going to play at home.
Yeah, I think it'll be a tough game. Their defense is playing really well right now. They're playing pretty well as a team. And they're going to throw a lot of different stuff at him. So I'll be interested to see how he handles what they do pre-snap and if he's getting to the right route after the snap. So if he plays, it's going to be a tough game for him. But I like the chance.
There you go, Dan. Look at that. Wow. Dan, what do you think?
I was going to say, I think really, Eric, in my opinion, it's a smart move in the sense of like, I'm pretty sure, I mean, mind you, I don't watch the Colts every Sunday, but I'm pretty sure they're trying to take the model from the Broncos, and they probably think we have a defense, we have some good pieces on offense, we have a hell of a running back. Like, let's try and pound the rock, have him just run the offense and be the brain, and just make smart plays and not turn the ball over when needed. Like, again, in terms of building a team, I think that there we go. There's the real brains behind the whole operation. There you go. Look, she's telling him, no, you need to run him on a post, not a slant. Okay, got it. But no, like I said, I think the model for building a successful team, in my opinion, the 2015 Bronco team showed it. I just think, obviously you'd prefer to have a Herbert or Mahomes or a Burrow or whoever, but a surrounding cast to me is more important than having a star quarterback. So that's why I think this is smart. And I think the other thing is a lot of these young guys, Eric, and we disagree about this, but older quarterbacks, in my opinion, are way better because they played when it was still the men's league. Like, they played against real hits, a physical game. Now that it's a little bit softer, I think it's going to play into their advantage because they're going to know how to put the ball in certain spots to attract penalties or whatever else. Like, and I think whereas defenses, I'm not going to say have been simple, but like they don't have to disguise as much because I don't think some of these guys can read it as well. Now they're really going to have a tough task against a real veteran who's gone up against some of the best defenses ever formed. And
real quick, Dan, hold on. Eric, where do you think he had to go get these from? Those are the same Reeboks we've always seen him wear.
Yeah. He had a whole closet full of them, so I think he just probably went to his closet and pulled out a pair. He probably has like 100.
Reebok hasn't been with the NFL in years.
You know what's funny? Speaking of which, why don't we just complete the San Diego carousel? What have you thought of Mike McCoy's tenure as the interim head coach of the Tennessee Titans?
Yeah.
You have no idea how many times I send him clips and telling him to send it to you, by the way.
Probably a lot. Hey, he got a victory, the previous week against the Browns. So
it was all in the visor.
Mike getting his first win as a Titans head coach. I think it's been about what you would expect. I've seen some of the press conferences, and they've been a little cringeworthy in terms of the coach speak and stuff like that.
Funny? So there was one clip I sent him that I was like, I literally put, "You guys weren't kidding!" ! Like, I was watching this and I was like, "Really? Like, that's what you're gonna say?" Like,
yeah.
Real quick,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Two final things, and then we'll get out of here. Eric, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, for real. Shout out.
Phillip Rivers was asked about how much does he weigh. Listen to what he had to say.
Wait, what do you weigh right now?
Right this second?
Yes.
I'm not sure. That's all I'm saying.
Red.
Not what it was when I walked up the field.
He's a funny guy.
What did he say at the end? Not enough weight.
Not what it was when he walked off the field 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I'd say he's
Dan,
probably pushing 260.
oh,
Yeah,
100%.
at
Yeah,
least.
he's gonna have to get in the
Those
sauna.
cheeks are chubbier.
Oh yeah, 1000%.
I mean, he's probably 6'5", and he's a tall guy. So,
Yeah, he is. He's a big dude.
yeah.
Wow, they still really. Wow, I don't know what football they've been watching, but okay.
Look at that, Eric.
A
Yeah,
lot of
I mean,
red.
the biggest thing is they're gonna have to just see how they minimize Spagnola's blitzes and pressure. So
Who's the one person that picked him?
Bucky Brooks.
Bucky, of course.
Yeah,
There you go.
He picked him.
oh yeah,
For Dan, this last little bit, Dan, and then there you go, Dan.
Oh, honey. Oh.
He better be mic'd up.
Yeah, baby. Golly. Uh-oh.
so cringe.
Shoot. Oh, my gosh. Shoot. That aggravates the stew out of me. Sheesh.
That's the last time he played was the COVID year. Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm telling.
God.
So Eric, he was drafted during George Bush's first term. He started during his second term. He was here for Barack Obama, the 2 terms of Barack Obama, the 1 Donald Trump, retired during Joe Biden, and he's back for Trump's second. So what a hell of a career he's had, to be honest. I mean,
It's a lot of presidents.
I know you're not kidding. I mean,
But don't worry, Jimbo will let him know he's met more presidents than him and popes and all that.
Dan, I'm guessing you have the Chargers winning as well.
Yeah, of course.
And
They better win.
are
More
you
like
sticking
they
the
better
dagger
win.
in there or no?
Me or him?
No, you the Chargers sticking the dagger in there. That's it. Appreciate everybody so much. You guys are the best. Thank you to Eric for jumping on with us. Dan, why don't you get us out of here?
Collapse that stadium. I don't want to see it ever again. Take them out of the playoffs. I can't
All right.
wait. I hope they absolutely destroy the Chiefs. Via Compa,
there you go.
Telecopa.
What happens to Rivers' 1-day contract with the Chargers now that he's out of retirement?
Exactly. It's just all stupid. It's all for showing games. It's the stupidest thing ever. Exactly. He rips it up. Yeah, exactly. He probably said, yeah, I don't care that much. I'm going back to Indy.
All right, let's get out of here, Dan.
Via Compa, Telecompa, I pay my taxes like everybody else, so leave me alone.